What's up, guys? Conifer back at it again with the psychonauts content. Alright, so I'm gonna interpret what I see from the memory reels from Psychonauts 1, okay? Here we go. So Rasputin's getaway, and so there's the circus and they're performing, and then he gets this letter, this pamphlet, and he's reading about it. And I was like, what is this guy reading? He's like, oh, this is so cool, this is so cool. And then his dad shreds it up. He's like, what the heck, Dad? So he runs away. He's running away from the circus on a really small horse for some reason. And then he finds the camp and he's there. Now, Rasputin's, here's the world shall taste my eggs. So there's an egg here and it hatches and there's this thing in it. And it's walking. It kind of looks like a brain. Alright, finds a fish. Fish like, what's up? So he rides on the fish and they go to the carnival, the amusement park on the water. He's in the teacups, and then he pulls out his laser eyes. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that one. Here we have Sasha's first loss. Here's him as a baby looking at his mom, and he's being fed by his mom, and yeah, he loves his mom. And then one day his mom is sleeping. She wouldn't wake up at the alarm, so his dad is really sad. And his dad likes to look at the window for some reason. Sasha's second sight. So he's trying to build stuff and he's asking his dad about his mom. And then he's trying to read his dad's mind. But his dad was thinking about the family, how she was awesome. And then something else, something really fishy. It's a rat. And so Sasha's like, what the hell? I'm getting out of here. Okay, where's Mila's children? So there's all these kids, and she's reading to them, and she cooks for them. She's like, yummy! And she's singing like la 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 la, all with the children, okay? And then one day she comes home, and the house is on fire, and she can hear the screams of all the kids, and holy cow. There's Mila's adventures. So she and Sasha being really gangster. They're doing really cool stuff and saving the world, like mine lasers and stuff. Yeah, really real gangster. More gangster activities. She's shooting the helicopter pilot. Uh, yeah, more gangster activities. See, they're saving the world still. Doing more gangster activities. Uh, she kind of, oh, yo. She's kind of like Sasha. I wonder what that's about. Or Lungfishopolis, let's go. So here's everybody in Lungfishopolis. They're hanging out. And then this guy comes out, coaching me. And he's like, yo, what's up, guys? I'm really cool. You should build the city. Build the wall. Build the wall. Alright, and then Lungfishopolis becomes a big... I'm not finished. And then Lungfishopolis becomes a big city full of crime. And it's kind of like what happens in Midnight Crew. Okay, now, Lungfishopolis, or Lungfish in Lobato. So there's Lungfish, he's sitting in his TV, and then he gets fished out. And the boss like, I'm gonna do some experiments. And then there we got Linda. And then he's like, go Linda, haunt the lake. And that's how Linda was made. Alright, Boyd. Ooh, Boyd is so cool. So here's Boyd Cooper. He's the security guy. He's doing really good. But the boss is like, Boyd, what the fuck, Murray? You keep taking everybody into custody. You think they're all crazy? And so Boyd's like, what the heck, man? Don't fire me. And so he walks away. It's like, I'm gonna do something bad. So he like gets some Molotovs and sets the store on fire. He's like, yeah, fire. And then they send him to the asylum. And they say he's crazy. And then Boyd, he gets hired again. Yeah, so we have a guy over here that totally isn't Oleander. He's standing there looking at Boyd. He's like, I have a job offer for you. Here's some milk. And Boyd's like, oh, milkman. Oh, I'm the milkman. And so he's given his security uniform back and a very important task. And so now he stands guard at the asylum. The end. Then we have Gloria's cool training. Okay, Loki, this whole thing at Haggath's home for girls. This whole thing's like, I have a perfect place for you. Get back to work. Get back to work. Get back to work. Get back to work. Did I say it's not working? Get back to work. And that's basically the whole thing of Haggath's Home. Get back to work. Oh, yes. And then we have yeah, Gloria's Fallen Star. So here's Gloria's very well known, famous. Everyone loves Gloria, and she's the star of the show. She's like the sun, and she has all the awards and all the people got the photos. And one day she gets a letter, okay, and her mother committed slip and slide off the building, but for some reason she's in front of everyone, or she feels like she's in front of everyone. She feels vulnerable about it, and then she like splits. She becomes the name of the movie. Yeah, she becomes the name of the movie, and then yeah, that's what happens. Our Fred versus Crispin. This one's good. So we have Fred. He works at the asylum, and then he finds this guy Crispin. He's like, I'm gonna play games. Hop on Waterloo, bro. Hop on Waterloo. And so they're playing Waterloo, and Chris somehow beats him, even though he's like got the brain of a rock. And Fred's like, what the heck? How does this happen? And so he keeps trying to beat him, but he can't win. And then now we have Fred versus Napoleon. He still can't win. This guy's been beaten so much that it just drove him insane. And so he's looking in the mirror, and all he sees is his ancestor, Napoleon. He's like, what the hell? I'm not Napoleon. I'm Napoleon. I'm not Napoleon. And then, like the conscious manifestation of his ancestor jumps out the mirror. Like, you are Napoleon! And now he walks around, and he thinks he's Napoleon. The end. Or Edgar's Love. Okay, this one's really sad. So there's a girl in school, and there's like, she's kind of nice. And, he's trying to show off that he's really cool. And she's like, oh, you're so cool. And he's like, yeah, I'm really cool. And she's like, oh, you're so cool. And he's trying to be there for her, and they like each other, I think. And he has Rose, they're kissing in the moonlight. That's how you know it's real. But then, yeah, and Edgar's Lambert. So yeah, they etched their name on a tree somewhere, and then they're at the high school dance, I guess. They're doing the performing arts. She's dancing, he's wrestling, and then he's on the team, and he feels great. He's having a good time, good life. And now on the cheerleading team, she's successful, but there's this guy that she likes better, the male cheerleader on the team. And, Edgar realizes during the mid-match, bro. Like, bro, mid-match, they're over here, like, doing this. He's like, man, bro, I can't keep girls for crap. I'm like, Loki, and Edgar, he's really sad about it. And all the other wrestlers notice. Oleander's Pride. Okay, this one's good. So he's planting the flag. He's very successful in his military career. He's having a great time, saving the world. He's very good at what he does, and he's very caring. And he's very, very happy. He's very prideful. Alright, now here's his shame, though. Alright, now he tried going to this military, and they're like, it ain't gonna work out. And basically, it's the whole plot of the Captain America part from the Marvel musical. It's like, I wanted to be an American soldier, but they gave me the cold shoulder. I kind of forgot how it went, but it's just like that. Alright? And he's like, man, fuck you, Rockstar Games. Fuck you, Rockstar Games. And so he's walking away, and that was only news. Now, the big top. Okay, so he found the pins with all the bunnies, and he's looking at them. He sees one that's kind of sad. He's like, oh, I'll be your friend, Mr. Bunny. So they become good friends. But then, his dad finds out. He's like, what the heck, son, what are you doing? Give me that rabbit. That is food, not friend. And he takes the rabbit away. And he's like, no! And he kills the rabbit in front of Oleander. The end. Their primal memories. I think this is just the art reels. But yeah, that's it.